Hello and welcome back to the WatchGecko YouTube channel and another installment of Time to Unwind. So today for us this is a British special with the dropping of beer and the inclusion of tea.
Nice.
So how about we roll that intro, baby?
How roll that intro.
So yeah, welcome back. Hope you've also noticed the inclusion of British Racing Green in this video with his
lovely flag,
his shirt and my new top grain strap. So how about you explain what we're going through this video?
Yep, sure. So today we want to go through basically mine and Ben's short, medium and long-term watch collecting goals. Obviously as watch enthusiasts this probably changes quite a bit.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, mine I struggled to come up with kind of one for each, to be fair. But yeah, we thought it was quite an interesting topic. It's something that obviously you can get involved with as well in the comments below. As it'll be interesting to see genuinely what sort of watches you enjoy buying. So do you want to start off with your first short-term watch goal?
Basically, because of my job in product design and in watches and stuff, I find less need to buy watches just because I'm so engrossed in it and
Yeah.
I'm already like kind of designing what I love. Yeah, I think my next short-term watch goal then would be one of our new ones from the range. So potentially even like our Tourbillon. I really enjoyed wearing that.
Yeah.
And also the new sports watch, so the EO1, 36.5mm. So it's quite similar to my Datejust, but I really resonate with that kind of case size and that style. So I think that would be my short-term watch goal. So
Okay.
what about you?
I had the same thought pattern to you.
Right.
Like you said, we're fortunate enough to be surrounded by what we love every day. So I think not only can we just be exposed to watches that we maybe only before would have to buy, we can also just... I think we can hone exactly what we like a bit more. And I've kind of been able to do that since being here, just through experience, really. So yeah, the same thing me would be the E1.
Right.
I do really want a blue dial. I don't have a blue dial watch at the moment. I wear my sub like most of the time, and I quite like the idea of having one that I can just wear the sub little bit less often, make it a bit more special. And I think the E1, like you said, 36.5mm case, elongated lugs, things like that. I really like the hands. I think the handset worked pretty well.
Yeah.
And obviously the dial, the fact it kind of goes from like a black to a blue, depending on the light. The E1 in the blue on the cream strap as well would probably be the one I'm looking forward to. Okay, have you thought of your medium short term? So again, a bit like the short one.
Yeah,
this
so
can be
medium
defined.
I'll define that as the next bigger purchase. There's a few watches on my radar, and obviously by the time I go to purchase another watch it will probably change, but
Yeah.
some watches that I've been interested in are like maybe some vintage models that are more rare or hard to come by.
Okay.
That are kind of like under the radar as good value propositions. So I really like the Chopard. I think it's the 1860. So the original 1860, not the current one, but I think it's 37mm case dress watch with the one caliber 1.96 which is the caliber that Chopard did in collaboration with, I think, Michel Parmigiani. It's quite under the radar. So these watches were really expensive when they came out. They were quite revolutionary, but I think because of the Chopard name, it doesn't really carry too much of a prestige as if it was a Patek Philippe or something like that. But I have heard that the finishing is on par with the likes of Patek Philippe, and even Philippe Dufour said himself that Chopard was producing some of the best finish movements out there.
Okay.
So because they're rare, they pop up at many different price ranges. Maybe like £5,000 to £8,000 is it's a good price for one. They can go for less just because they're quite rare and not overly desirable. So the people who know what it is know it's a really good watch, but it flies under the radar for a lot of people. For me, like in my collection, I'm not a person who would need too many watches. I really enjoy wearing my Datejust, and I think that's like probably my best everyday watch. And I think things I would be drawn to would be for medium term goals, would just be if it's kind of rare or special.
Okay. So the one which kind of sticks out for me, which I've never really had myself down as much of a diving watches fan. It's only since I've experienced a few more here that I've kind of defaulted to them. Didn't realise I would do that. So the one I would be, which one doesn't even exist yet, would be the Black Bay 58 with like a blue bezel, and obviously the silver details and stuff. Again, it doesn't actually exist. I'm hoping that Tudor do in the future, based on their previous model with the Black Bay and obviously the 41mm size, we should expect it. I think we probably will. But yeah, I think that would be really nice. I like vintage subs with their like faded blue bezel. So I think something like in the Tudor anyway, you've obviously got that aesthetic, but with modern technology. I'd be able to wear it every day. I'd like to think I wouldn't be too bothered about scratches and little dinks and stuff. I'm not that bothered with my sub, but
that's a watch that would look quite cool when it's patinaed,
I think so,
as well, and especially it's aluminium bezel as well. So who knows? In
theory, you could get
50 years time or something. That's a watch that's most likely going to look quite cool when it's really patinaed and banged up. So I think that is probably like, if you wanted a watch and you tried to remove yourself from the value of it, and it was just like that everyday thing that you really connect with, and you strap it on every day, and it don't really matter what happens to it. It's the tool watch. Well, do you think that you could purchase that watch and a year down the line still not feel like you're missing out because there's no date, and if you're planning on wearing this every day for long periods of time?
Probably not. It's one of those things where it's such a small, we look at computers all the time, we're always working on articles and stuff, so you just look at the date there if you need to. It's just a small little preference that you have collecting watches. So I don't think I would. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I've got a vintage chrono, like a Born Mercy 8 that doesn't have a date, and I don't miss it on that. It would be a bit more in a rotation, so
it's that aesthetic reason, the date, it can look cool and it's useful to have it when you need it. You don't necessarily need it a lot, but
the way it was executed on the Black Bay Chrono with a steel bezel.
It's a 6, isn't it?
Yeah, 6. That looked really good. But I don't think that would work on the normal diver. So
no, probably not.
Anyway, what's your long term?
Long term, then. Okay.
Is there one?
No,
I don't
not
think
really. So I think for me, I'd really like to own a Lang. So I watch from A. Lange & Söhne. Ever since I tried the Datograph and the 1815 chronograph, I just felt that it was such a step above everything that I had seen previously, like the case finishing, the movement finishing, and just everything that goes into it was so perfect that I felt like that's kind of my goal. I need one. A lot of it's in the movement, and because the movement is so excellently produced, when you like press the chronograph pushes and stuff, it's just buttery smooth, and a joy to to wear it and wind it and stuff. What about you? Do you got any long-term goals?
Unsurprisingly, I've got a few. I suppose it's kind of a growing list, that always when you see something like that Chopard you mentioned, that would be something that eventually I quite like. Anything from Lang, I agree. I think the fact they're German as well is quite a nice little touch, and just the time they spend on the movements and stuff is crazy. So a few vintage Rolex. Obviously that 5513 I mentioned before with like a blue bezel and like cream patina. That's what I really like. I do like the 1016. The prices at the moment are crazy for them. I don't really see that changing, but the 1016 is just I like the Explorer watch. And I like the fact it's the original dial. It's a bit more classic, really understated as well. FP Journe as well. I do agree with the chronometric blue. That's kind of come from you. I didn't really know too much about them before, and your ridiculous amounts of passion for them, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to look at these. And they've definitely caught my eye. Crivia, so the Rexepi we saw at Baselworld this year. Cool. Definitely with the black dial. That's just such a great dress watch. Yeah, rose gold. It's so unique in a day and age where watchmaking is. Everyone seems to be saying that everyone's copying each other for designs or whatever. It's such a unique design, and the story behind the Crivia and stuff is really you can really get behind that. So definitely, I'd like to add one of those at some point maybe. I don't think there really is one watch that if I got, I'd be like, right, that's it, I'm done. I think I would probably need a few special ones, and I think that's only going to grow as our knowledge increases as well. Royal Oak. Love one of those at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
There's obviously the Rolex Day Date in the white gold with the blue bezel. That's cool. I could probably keep going forever. Like there's loads. Paul Newman, crazy price, but again the story behind them and the dial, I just think is really nice. The sort of cream look and the the little subtleties they did with the numbers on the subdials and stuff. There's a few. Okay, so what would be your final checkout watch then? The watch that would end it all?
Okay, so I think the end game watch, and probably impossible to attain by now, is the Daniel's Millennium Watch by Roger Smith. So, you know, one of the last watches to really leave the George Daniels legacy, and considering he's such an important figure in watchmaking and in British watchmaking.
Yeah, definitely.
And just the rarity and everything that it is, everything that it embodies, I think that would be the kind of the ultimate watch to own, if ever possible.
So if you got that in your collection, you'd be like, I'm done. There's nothing else I want.
I wouldn't say that, but I'd say there's probably nothing else that would top that for me in terms of significance.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for watching me and Ben go through some watches which are attainable. Maybe some aren't at some point, but you know, we can still dream. So let us know in the comments below actually what your short, medium and long-term watch goals are. I think we are both genuinely interested to see what you do pick there.
Yeah.
I think it'd be...
There's so much choice and variety, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone's would be quite different.
Okay, so thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, obviously don't forget to leave a like because it does help. We are obviously producing quite a lot of content at the moment, so if you do want to keep up to date with them, it'd be worth clicking subscribe.
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next video. We're back, baby, so I hope you enjoyed the intro. Also, you might notice the inclusion of British Racing Green through our new top grain strap and his...
Hope you enjoyed the intro. Oh, that was riveting, that. Can we have that again? Roll it again.